So, yeah, then to a motion for review and approve minutes.
Make a motion to review and approve the minutes of February 10th, 2026.
Okay, so a motion, a second, any discussion on it? All in favor? All opposed? 3-0. 3, new business, review and approve draft ordinances for posting with the 2026 annual town meeting warrant.
Can we go back to
B.
2B first?
Oh, yeah, well, why don't we go back to 2B? Review and approve treasurer's warrants, number 15 through 20, 2026 financials.
Make a motion to review and approve treasurer's warrants 15 through 20 and 2026 financials.
Second it.
Motion and second, any discussion?
Yes. The warrant status, warrant number 15 was a payroll warrant for $15,512.19. Warrant 16 was an AP warrant for $6,699.58. Warrant 17 is a payroll warrant for $9,771.41. Warrant 18 is an AP warrant for $3,750.45. Warrant 19 is an AP warrant for $34,640.64. And warrant number 20 is an AP warrant for $90. So those are the warrants. And then with the 2026 financials, because we are late February, I wanted to report as the town's treasurer that Article 3 in the 2025 annual town meeting warrant allows us to spend up to 25% of the budget that was approved in 2025 in the first half of 26, from January 1st to the annual town meeting. The 2025 commitment was $5,859,000 and some change. 25% of that can be used in the first 2 months is $1,464,000 and some change. Year to date, after these warrants have been posted, and they've been posted, we've spent $904,000 roughly, rounding up a little bit. So we're well within our legal authority. So I just wanted to report that.
And we have one more week anyway.
Yes, yeah. So we'll have payroll and then an AP warrant for typically the DMV. And I think Kim's going to put the moderator's pay on the warrant because it didn't make it on this one. It'll be a very small warrant. We've got, we're allowed up to $560,000,
Right.
which we won't come anywhere near that close. And then I ran, attached to that on the next sheet, you'll see, I ran an expense revenue summary for the first 2 months of the year. And in the general fund, we've taken in $154,000 in revenues, and we've spent $903,000 in expenses. Currently we're at a loss of $750,000 rounded up. And this is kind of an indication that with that much in expenditures, we really need to have a healthy balance at the end of the year for cash flow to help carry us through to July, which is commitment date. So we're in good shape. I feel good at the status where we're at currently. We've gotten one big bond payment out of the way with the debt, so that factored into my opinion that finance is extremely good. We're being very conservative. With the sewer fund, which is the other important fund, It's important to note that with the commitment that we did for the first quarter, it gave us receivables of about $39,000, of which in the first 2 months, we've already spent $20,500. So and we still have another month to go, and that doesn't assume that 100% has been collected. So our commitments are barely managing our expenses, so I think that this year, maybe a year to look into the sewer enterprise fund and maybe talk about our rates and our infrastructure, and maybe have a few workshops this spring, summer, and just see, where we should go. So I want to analyze that a little better. I know we took a loss last year in the sewer department, so, and those funds, I think, have been the same rate since 2017, I think was the last time we did a rate adjustment. So it's been almost 10 years.
Do you know what the loss was on top of that? Thank you.
Sure. Anything special?
No, it's regular.
Sewer fund.
Last year, we took a loss of 55,300 and some change in the sewer fund. And that's all I had to report for financials and warrants.
Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved, 3-0. Now we go on to new business. Review and approve draft ordinances for posting with the 2026 annual town meeting warrant.
Yeah, so I want to start with the solid waste ordinance. That one, we have edited the original that will get posted. I'll make sure that they get copied in color so that all of the edits are clear and visible as to the changes that were made. We do need to post these ordinances, so at this time, I'm looking for signatures on all three. So I have the solid waste ordinance. I think we're good to go on that. We've talked about that at length, and we have developed the fee policy. With the fee policy, that hasn't been approved by the board, and it's the select board that has the authority to approve that policy. It doesn't go to town meeting. We can either wait and adopt it after our first meeting, after town meeting, or you could do it now, and I would only caution you to, in your motion, if you do it now, to say, to word it in such a way that if the ordinance as amended is adopted at the 2026 annual town meeting, this policy will automatically go into effect. Something to that nature. Or we can wait until March 10th and do it then.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, moving on, before I have you sign these, here's one for signing. With regard to the needle exchange program and the controlled substance facilities ordinance, after the last public hearing, I had reached back out to the town attorney regarding the suggested changes, and the gal that originally gave us the feedback, she was out on vacation, so this Ryan from Bernstein Shore looked at the proposed edits, and what he commented was, as Mary mentioned in her initial feedback, some of the other municipalities with similar ordinances also have zoning in place. Here's my concern with this language in both ordinances. The first one that I suggested we add was under restrictions, was a letter D, no facility shall be located within 10 miles of an existing facility. And I thought with one going in over in Madison up towards the business park, 10 miles, you know, would get us over into Anson. So I thought that was a fair statement. And I know we had said a couple miles, but I figured that's just semantics, whether it's 2 or 10. And then proposed letter E, any proposed facility shall be located on a minimum 3-acre parcel, because I know we had talked about restricting that. So what they came back with is language like this is almost certainly operates as a zoning ordinance under state law, because it effectively divides the town into different areas with different rules. And on its face, generally looks like a zoning regulation. And he has the statute cited. Maine law requires that zoning ordinances be adopted through a very specific process consistent with a comprehensive plan, supported by a zoning map and so on. Since Anson does not have zoning, I wouldn't recommend keeping this language. For the needle exchange ordinance, the following language is fine. We're comfortable that the town can limit the number of needle disposal sites, as I recommended C, no more than 1 needle disposal site shall be located in the town of Anson. So that was approved, but within a 10-mile radius of an existing facility, or a needle facility must be on a minimum 3-acre parcel does not fly. I did add to the needle exchange ordinance that no more than 1 disposal site can be located in the town, but that's the only change that I have made. So effectively, since the last public hearing, that's the only difference. No changes to the controlled substance, and that 1 change to the needle exchange program. So I feel like we've got to follow the recommendation of the town attorney, and perhaps it's time to work with the planning board and the code enforcement officer on some zoning ordinances, because if we had a zoning ordinance that supplemented these 2, then I think we could be more restrictive. But I feel like these 2 are a good start, that it's better than nothing at all. Because at this point, it restricts, if anyone came to town, it would restrict them to, just to that 1. Whereas if this doesn't pass at town meeting and someone approaches the town and then we work up something,
Right.
then we could potentially have, a total of 2. So I think that it will be, important, and I hope the planning board plans to attend town meeting to support and defend their ordinances, and that we can at least get that passed, and it may be with a promise that we work on a zoning ordinance. So that said, I think you should vote to bring to town meeting the revised needle exchange draft that includes a limit of 1 facility. The other 2, there's no other changes.
The only concern I would have to bringing this, I'm not opposed to bringing it to the town people, that's fine, but I think there's a procedure that needs to happen prior to accepting these, and that's create some safe zones in the town of Anson.
We've been here, right?
No, like school.
We have
Not according,
It's up to the municipality to create the safe zones near 1,000 feet away from the schools.
That isn't.
Isn't it written in there?
It's a
Isn't there-
statute.
So isn't there safe
It's
zone?
in both,
It's
yeah, and
under-
it's actually 2,000 feet.
It's under Title 30A-A 3253. Maine municipalities may officially designate areas frequent
Which has to be
used by minors
separate
as
from,
safe zones.
which should be separate from that particular ordinance.
It's a law.
What was that statute say?
It is under Title 30A,
Yep.
3253.
3263.
Yeah,
I'll take a
and there's a
look.
procedure for it. You have to have signs within our schools so that they see.
And there's no signs in this whole town saying
But
that any
it
place
says
is a
it's
safe
up to
zone.
municipalities to do it, not the schools. Because I went that route today calling,
The school?
well, no. But I found my answer before because it says in big bold letters on here that it's up to our municipalities to do it. And it means that the safe zone means athletic fields, park, playground, or recreational facility that is designated as a safe zone by a municipality pursuant to Title 30A, Section 3253.
That would have to be, I don't know.
I mean, it's just a thought.
2,000 feet might include that. but-
I haven't heard 2,000 feet, I've only heard 1,000 feet.
Well, the proposed ordinance for controlled substance facilities restricts, it says locations restricted. A facility may not be located within 2,000 feet of the property line of any pre-existing school and/or municipal restricted property or any of the following locations,
Is that-
which may be amended from time to time, and the locations that we added were all the churches. In the law, it already prohibits daycare, so, and that is under definition school, that childcare centers, preschools, elementary, so private childcare centers are considered schools, so they have to be, they can't be any closer than 2,000 feet according to this proposed ordinance.
And the lawyers are good with that.
Oh, cool. That's even better.
That's better.
Yeah.
Was that?
Of a school or a daycare, so I think it would be good for daycares.
So would it be
Any
like
children
public
frequent.
access, like, I hate to say it, like a boat landing where people access?
I don't.
I was concerned, the rail trail is
Yeah.
straight down through the center, and if you can't be within 2,000 feet of that, if that's a safe zone, because it's a
Right.
public,
I believe so.
you know,
So they do define the municipal restricted property to athletic fields, parks, playgrounds, recreational facilities, or other municipally owned property where children are the primary users and are designated as safe zones by the town of Anson. Oh, pursuant to 38 MRS 3253. It's in there.
Don't we have to have a list of, or an ordinance stating our safe zones
do.
before? You can't just use that
Right,
legal exchange as an ordinance to,
right. We have to have this.
Do we have
in
one?
place, I believe, before you go on the ordinance that you want to create for where. Skeleton, if you look at theirs, lists in their ordinance where they've allowed them to go. We don't have a business park to send them to or et cetera, but we can prevent them from coming close to our schools or where our children are.
Okay, I haven't looked at that
I'll give you this
statutory
paperwork.
citation,
I'll
so
give you
I'll
all.
look that over, and I don't know if we can get that accomplished before town meeting, but shortly thereafter, I think we certainly could.
but if we table the ordinance, but working on it,
Mm-hmm.
so it doesn't get the cart before the horse. I don't know, you know, it almost seems like we're,
It's going to be voted on, one way or the other, and if people, don't feel comfortable voting it in, then they'll vote it down. And what that will do is, it will potentially open us up to no restrictions and anyone coming in. But at a point where we did have our ducks in a row with a safe zone, and then we wanted to bring it, we'd have to hold a special town meeting
Yeah.
to do so.
I just want, think it should be done Right.
Do you know off the top of your head if the safe zone, if it requires town meeting approval, or is that something the board can do? Do they have the authority to do that?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll look at it, and I'll try to have that answer for town meeting.
It is in
Okay.
ordinance.
So, let's see. Safe zones. Oh, yeah, planning board might too, right? Lawyers. So if there are no other questions, I think, we'll need to vote to approve the needle exchange as amended tonight, and then I'll just have you sign the other two, because those are, unless you want to vote to approve all of these over again, I'll have you sign them and move on if you feel more comfortable with
Let's just
that.
sign and move on.
Okay. Did you already take that? Yeah, that one.
Is that?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay, 3B, review paving bids for general obligation bond project.
So we received two paving bids, and I did print a piece of the bid packet with the bid sheet, so that, if you wanted to make notes on it, you can. The first one is from Pike Industries. And, oh, good, they did it by road. I was hoping they would do it by road. So there is a road list here. So for Pike, Hilton Hill Road came in at $287,147.47. Horseback Road came in at $500,115. Pease Hill Road came in at $583,392. Campground Road came in at $358,407.74. Madison Street came in at $33,062. Madison Street 1, and then there's Madison Street 2. We have two quotes.
One section was wider than the other section.
Okay, so
Wait, Madison Street, how much?
$33,062 is one.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one from Madison Street, because I guess a wider section of road, came in at $39,445. Ingalls Street came in at $8,322. Pine Street came in at $21,726. Summer Street came in at $18,444. Frederick Street came in at $10,203. And then the sidewalks came in at $125,930. so with that, I'm assuming the sidewalks, it's below that, Main Street, starting at Lloyd's, blah, 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 that's part of the sidewalks.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that's Pike's bid.
Give a total.
The total. Yes, so the total, bid price for all, projects is, $1,986,194.21.
Thank you.
Okay, now, the next bid, there was only two received, and this one was from Manza's Fine Grade and Earthwork. Okay, so, go back to the beginning. Manza's. Hilton Hill Road, oh, he doesn't add them up. I do.
Pike's lower anyways.
So 313.32.55.
So what?
Just
She's
like
adding
that.
Oh, what's the high here, you know?
She's adding them up because there's three different, to get one total for that.
Even with hearing aids, I'm high here.
Okay, Hilton Hill Road came in at $287,945.55.
Wow.
Pretty close to Pike.
That's scary, isn't it?
It is.
That's your cost, by the way. Guess that was pretty close.
And let's see. Horseback Road came in at $492,176. Pease Hill Road is next. Pease Hill came in at $676,066. Can't go. Campground Road came in at $378,393.45. Madison Street came in at $29,810
For both of them?
one.
What was that again?
29 what?
29,810. And then Madison Street number 2. Came in at $37,730. Ingle Street came in at $8,395. Pine Street came in at 23,430. Summer Street came in at 12,760. Frederick Street came in at $6,555. And the sidewalks came in at $89,950 for a total bid price of $2,043,211. $2,043,211. I think I'll go back and in red put in the totals on the actual bid sheet.
You have a question back there?
Can I get clarification on Peace Hill Road on Pike Industries numbers for their tonnages? That's the only one that seems very off to me, so I'm just curious what they had. Make sure their numbers are correct.
For Pike's bid, you mean?
Yeah, what did they have for tonnage totals?
I think, Pike's bid. Yeah, Pike's. For Peace Hill Road.
583,392.
So item, tonnage, the 19.0 mm HMA base was 1,760 tons at a unit price of $94 a ton. And then 9.5 millimeter HMA shim and surface, 3,668 tons at $104 a ton. And then reclaim and fine grade, 16,000 square yards, SY square yards, at $2.28 a unit.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What does the bid sheet say for tonnage? Your bid sheet that you sent out for tonnage of 9.5
For,
Peace Hill Road?
for Peace Hill Road?
I believe they're missing some tonnage.
Oh. Let's see, Bob. I did bring in my file. This was your bid package, Artie, can you help me with that?
Would be shim and surface combined. 19 millimeter total is correct at 1760, but I don't believe the 9.5 is.
And what road are we looking at?
Peace Hill. It was just $100,000 difference on that one, and everything else we were really close, so something's not adding up.
Yeah. No, it's, it's not here. They don't have the totals, it's got the footages and that, but they don't have the totals of
I do believe you had 1,241 ton of
it.
shim,
One of the sheets in here.
and I think there was like 3,200 tons, so that's like 4,500 ton, and they've only got 3,668, so they're missing 700 ton.
Yep.
I'm just gonna make a note on here. So for Peace Hill Road, what did you think we should have for tonnage?
I believe there was 1,241 ton of shim, I know that number is correct. I do
1,200.
not remember the
Yeah,
surface
41
number, but I believe it was somewhere around 3,200.
Okay. We'll have to look into that
Yeah,
first.
so that's gonna, yeah, I mean, if,
So that one will I'll put an asterisk to question that on,
So
Pike's bid.
how much would that increase Pike's bid?
$104 a ton, call it 700. I don't know the exact number, but $73,000.
So
Then you're
that,
talking really close.
that would put the two bids like
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck, yeah. Yep, it would.
Not that I want to pull a $40,000 bond, but will you be posting bid tabs on this?
I'm sorry?
Will you be posting bid tabulations?
I can, yes, we'll post that on the website.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna need to speed this up. Thank you.
Thanks. So if you want, I'll make a copy of the bids for each of you. I'll double check, my numbers. Artie can maybe reach out to Pike to get clarification on Pease Hill, and then we can certainly discuss it.
We'd be going into late, but when's our next meeting? Is that the late March?
We have March 10th, we could discuss it March 10th, which is right after town meeting, which would be good to put our bond application.
You know, we can't go much
Together.
later than that.
No.
So question, just for information. Is it written up that this goes out to one contractor?
It's stated in there, you have the right to refuse any and all bids, but I can't remember everything word for word, so.
That's a good question,
And-
Jim.
Because I mean, you can say
Mark
it
has
like
got my copy.
do it per road.
Oh, big form, yeah.
If we could do per road, we could save money.
No, it doesn't say.
I mean, Madison Street alone, savings.
What was it put out as a whole on the bid?
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking, I don't know.
We put all the roads that we wanted to do,
Right,
and it was all on this.
right, so
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
not
I'm
bad.
thinking that that's, I'm looking at
Usually
it as
they're
a contract point of view.
Packages.
I would assume, unless there's some writing in there that, because I haven't read it, I don't, but just the way it's written up, what I've seen and heard,
Mhm.
it's probably a lump sum bid.
Yeah.
That's the question I'm
Usually that's how they are.
And we,
asking. Yeah,
Right,
because it's not written up that way. then-
Right.
then maybe
But
we
I'll-
consider it.
Yeah,
Because the expense would change if it was by road, because you move equipment in.
Yeah, I understand, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I understand the logistics of it, so.
And I know in the bond application, Artie had me put that it would take up to 3 years to do this paving work. There's just so much that can't do it in 1 or even 2.
As I said, it's just a question for information.
Sure, yeah.
So,
We'll find that out. So let's see.
So you're gonna find out about Pete's Hill. Tonnage, Pete's Hill.
Yes. Yep, I made a note here.
Is that,
All set?
okay, C, 3C is discuss 2026 Selectmen meeting schedule.
Maggie had asked me a while back to post an annual meeting schedule. She said that we usually do that. And so I had put together the 2026 calendar of Selectmen's meetings. And in March, I did put a couple of asterisks that no meeting on the 24th, as I'm gonna be away on vacation, and you guys have agreed to skip that meeting. When I was looking at the calendar in June, the normal dates, June is a 5-week month, and the normal dates would have been, yeah, the 9th and the 23rd, but Tuesday, June 9th is a state election. So because it is a 5-week month, I suggested we do the 16th and the 30th, and that's still 2 weeks apart. So those are proposed
I
dates.
can't change like that.
You can't?
I could do the 10th, Wednesday,
Okay, so you'd rather keep,
yeah, because I have other stuff that's going on, it's,
okay, yep, so we'll keep the 23rd then, because that was a normal
Yeah.
date. And then as far as the 9th, we'll have to,
we can go to the 10th,
we can go to the
as
10th.
far as I'm concerned.
Okay, and probably, I mean, you guys can take a look at your schedules, but unless, you know that June is free.
June 10th.
It'll be June 10th, Wednesday, and then June 23rd. Otherwise, it's the second and fourth Tuesday, right straight through until the end of the year. And I added the last Tuesday of the month for any year-end business. If that all looks good, I'll make that edit to June, and then Maddie wants to put that up on the website for people.
Uh, 3D, any other business?
Yes, I have other business. We received full payment from Edward Frith Jr. for his back real estate property taxes, and he paid cash on 2/19. This was a foreclosed parcel, so I would like you to vote to issue a municipal quitclaim deed to release the title to the property back to Mr. Frith. He's at 263 Emden Pond Road. He's map 23, lot 24C. And we acquired interest through the automatic foreclosure of some real estate liens.
And he's paid in full.
Yes, he's paid in full, even the 25.
So I make a motion that we sign the quick claim deed since he has paid all of his taxes current up to 25.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second, any other discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved.
I did have one other quitclaim deed, and this is for Dorothy Hayden. It is for a bunch of sewer liens that go back to 2021. They have paid all of their liens, and she is up to date with their sewer billing. And she's at 33 New Portland Road.
So I make a motion that we do the quick claim for the sewer. The quick claim? Yeah. For the sewer.
For Dorothy
For
Hayden.
Dorothy Hayden, as she has paid from 2021 up to current date of 2025.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor? All opposed? So moved, 3-0.
The next item I had for other business is a supplemental tax bill for Derek Folsom. Roger was in this week, yesterday, and evidently he had missed the land. It was split off from, I think, another parcel. So it's land on Hilton Hill Road, and his reason says land was not billed. So he's looking to do a supplemental tax certificate to Derek Folsom at map 10. It's a new lot. He created lot 21E in the amount of $423.19. So we'll need to vote on this.
Is it supplemental?
It's a supplemental tax.
Agree with the supplemental tax on Hilton Hill Road, lot 21E, for $423.19 that was overlooked, I guess.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? I do. So this lot was taken out of another lot. Are we doing something with the other lot that we charged the other person for?
I think he may have removed it, but he just didn't create a new bill. So I think he adjusted
The
the original property, but
Adjusted.
did not create the new bill. So no, there is not. He does have a supplement, an abatement, but for a different reason,
Sure.
not this property.
Okay, all in favor? All opposed? So moved, 3-0.
That one. And then,
Oh, who needs a pen?
Not getting one.
I had brought to Roger's attention yesterday, I'd gotten a call last week from the brother of Heather Trask Hilton, who had a mobile home at 84 Solon Road. I guess it's Anson Acres, owned by the stepdad Dana Perkins. Well, Heather hadn't got any of her foreclosure or lien notices because she had moved up to Washington, or over Washington. So when I sent that foreclosure letter by certified and regular mail to this address, she got it, notified her brother, and the brother is Russell Hilton. He called. Heather had like 2 old mobile homes on posts that were side by side. They've been gone for years. Dana came in and applied for an address and a building permit for the son Russell to move a new mobile home. He must have done that in '23 because Roger said he didn't have any information on the mobile home and what he taxed. Russell bought a brand new mobile home, a small one, a 14 by 66, and it's a 2024 Windsor. he purchased it May 6th of '24. It got moved onto the lot a couple of months later. So he needs to have a supplemental tax bill, and Roger has recommended that we abate the mysterious mobile home that had been gone. He just wrote gone for 3 years. And so he is recommending that we abate 23, 24, and 25 taxes under Heather Trask Hilton's name. And then once the snow melts a little bit, he's gonna go out and take a look at the mobile home that is now on that property owned by Russell, and we'll do a supplemental tax bill for 2025 taxes.
So does Russell own the land now?
No, it's building only. Dana Perkins owns the owner. Right. So just like with Heather Trask Hilton, we were just taxing the mobile home only. And so with Russell, we'll tax the mobile home only. Yep. So the abatement would be all 3 years to Heather was $392.34 that we need to abate to take her off that, the tax rolls.
24, 25.
Correct.
I make a motion that we abate on the old mobile homes that were removed for 23, 24, and 25 of 392.34 by Heather Hilton.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, further discussion? All in favor? All opposed? 3-0.
And then lastly, you've already approved this, it's just an administrative function to sign the poverty abatement for the 23 tax year. That's all I had for other business.
Department heads.
I posted all the town roads, and there's 3 dirt roads that we posted. And the reason I did it that way, the dirt roads are right down to the gravel, and every time the sun comes out, they soften up and get mushy. Yeah, there's a woodcutter that just moved in there 2 weeks ago, but I can't control Mother Nature. And the other dirt roads, they still got a snow and ice pack on them, so until that snow and ice pack's gone, they won't get posted unless there's a section of gravel that softens up where the sun beats right on it. But I just went around today and got still covered with ice and whatnot, so.
The ones you posted, if it freezes back up, they can
As
still.
long as it's froze, they can go over it, that's, until it stays thawed and the water's running white, they can still use it even if it's froze, so.
You got some cold water coming.
Oh, yeah, we still got cold water coming, but, that's just, I want to clear it up so everybody knows why there's only certain dirt roads that posted. I got all the dirt roads pushed back out over the ditch line, so when they do start thawing in good shape, where the water can get into the ditch. We've been rebuilding screens, all the equipment's up and going, so that's 4 hours a day, what they normally are, so other than that, everything's okay. But I got one other thing. The gentleman and his wife sitting here in the front row, they have a question about the beginning of Preble Ave. They'd like to have a speed bump put in there, and I'll let Gary talk.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we wait for public session?
okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Just, that, they wanna talk about that, so.
Sure, we go with public session.
Yep, okay. On highway, that's all I got.
Any questions? Steve?
It seemed nice to have a little bit of warm weather, kind of gave us a little reprieve on some of the stuff we had going on. I did make a phone call to Bowman for the hydrant issue inside the station. I got no response, no call back. So I was gonna ask the board permission if we can go in and fix it the way we want it. Simplify it a little bit and fix the leaks and stuff like that. I was just talking to Daryl, he had some ideas. I was gonna talk to Jeremy and give his thoughts on it as well.
Actually, Jeremy and I have talked. We've
Yeah,
got,
I
we've
kinda
got some
figured,
other
so,
plan.
because I talked to Jeremy a couple days ago, so it just seems like the easiest route to fix the problem than me trying to make a phone call and get no response with.
So there's no warranty that'd be voided or anything like that? If
Once we
We
signed
go
off
in and
on
do
it,
something.
pretty much, they come up that couple times when I asked them to come, but they would never show up and let me know when they were gonna be there. So, I don't know, I feel like I'm just pounding my head against that post right there.
Right, but I mean, if there's other issues that come up, will us messing with, no, yes, I.
Right.
One wrong word, but I'm gonna use it. Dealing with one issue, is it gonna affect the rest of the building if we have other issues?
I don't believe so.
That's my only concern.
What part of the building more is covered under warranty?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking the question, I just,
Like anything.
Beyond,
Yeah,
what-
all right.
I don't know.
beyond what we're worth calling the engineer and talking to him.
I think,
Seems like he's
yeah,
one
I-
Yeah, why don't you do that? Let's cover
Okay.
ourselves before we do anything,
Price of that building, we
Just in
don't want to
case.
lose any
Yeah.
warranty.
just in case. So it's a quick, it should be a quick thing.
yeah.
Other than that, do we have a problem?
We just got all the fire extinguishers redone. Joe forgot one at the south station. I don't know if he forgot any at the north station, but happy with his service. He was quick, did it. After my last ordeal with Encore, after they hung up on me in my mastergram that I sent them and got a reply back, so I pretty much told them that I was gonna push Derigo Fire, how they treated me. Otherwise than that, things right now are at an even keel. I mean, I know we had one pretty good car accident the other night, last Saturday, I don't know what day.
During the snow.
Yeah, during the snow.
Turned out to be really minor, but
Yeah,
could have been real bad.
to hear it on the radio, it sounded like it was pretty bad, but it was not so bad. Otherwise than that, I don't have a whole lot. I gotta meet up with Jeremy, and I know we're gonna come up on our third month for quarterly pay, so.
Any questions? Thank you. Brenda?
I've been really lucky. No disasters. But I know the snowstorms are coming, so we're just gonna be
Are
prepared.
we ready for one?
Sure.
These are the,
You can call people, you can get them in, you can school.
good. You have the stuff that you need, the equipment that you need.
We've picked it all up, so.
Yeah, and going on emergency stuff, I just, talking to Daryl, going back to the fire station, the air compressor was shut off again during that car accident they were headed to. So Lance was supposed to get back to me, he was gonna try to rewire it so this, compressor was on its own breaker, not the one that's going down the wall. And he just messaged me back, he's gonna try to be in there tomorrow to make sure he has the wire and all that stuff to do the parts, and hopefully by next Monday or Thursday, he said he's gonna try to get in to fix it, so. And he does have the generator. He also stated that on just a message he just sent me, and he'd like to start work on it, but he noticed that there was quite a pile of snow where it needs to go, so. I don't know if when it starts to warm up, maybe we can get some of that moved or something, so we can do something to it, I don't know. Or wait till it's all melted, I don't know.
Is that gonna be a problem with placing the generator there if there's a pile of snow?
They have to have
No, they just won't put it there.
They just won't put it there.
So it was pushed, it didn't come off.
No, no, no.
If the generator's there, they won't plow in that direction,
Yeah.
but there's nothing there now.
But I know we paid for the generator and stuff, I know Kim asked me yesterday or whatever day I was in, any progress or if we have the stuff, because we paid for it. So yeah, he's got the stuff, so.
So that's all he's waiting for is it snowbank?
Yeah, pretty much, he's-
Well,
Move it
all you
one
gotta do is
water.
say something, I can move that with a lotus.
Yeah.
It's been said. It's been said.
Yeah, hopefully much more won't come though.
Once we get it cleaned out, he's just gonna push it to the church, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. So, you guys know. Good, thank you.
The 2025 audit, the short report is available, I posted that on the website. With the AMS ambulance, using the full-time firefighters and billing that out, I forgot to bring that up in my report at the last meeting, but I talked with George Demchak, and he said that didn't exist. It was just an arrangement because we had full-timers, you know, at the South Station that were available. And when those full-time positions were eliminated, so was the payment of the drivers, going back to the way that it was.
Yeah, I talked to you.
You did, okay, yeah. So, I just wanted to report that for the, to you and for the public. And then, in case everybody doesn't know, town meeting is Saturday, March 7th, up to Carebeck High School. Town meeting starts at 2:30, and anyone that is looking to vote by absentee that can't come to the election, which is from 8 to 1:30 that day, can vote by absentee ballots, and you can attain an absentee ballot through Wednesday, March 4th. That's the last day that you can request an absentee ballot unless a special circumstance exists. And that's all I have.
Okay, any questions? Good, thank you. Selectmen's, number 5, I think. 5. Selectmen's concern. Another month, 11, something. Selectmen's concern. Public session. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. My name's Gary Anderson, if no one knows me here or someone doesn't know me. But my concern is I got some property up on Preble Avenue, and it's a speedway up there, it's really bad. They come off the river road and they're sailing, I mean, they're large arms. I got some pictures here of it if anybody's not familiar with it, but I think we need to do something. It's been an ongoing problem for several years up there. And the children playing sign is pretty small. I think we probably get a big one. Not that people pay a lot of attention to signs, but it's a step in the right direction. I'm open for suggestions, but I'd also like to have a speed table or a speed bump, either permanent or temporary. I don't know how that works with Artie's plowing and stuff. Installed somewhere there to try to slow people down. Maybe if they get rattled up a little bit, they'll slow it down. It works pretty good by New Balance and Norwich. Yeah. There's also a sign, if you come down the road, heading down towards the river road, if you're down Preble Avenue, there's no sign, children playing there at all. That needs to be replaced. My grandkids lost their dog a couple weeks ago due to a speed up, and he never stopped and anything. And I'm afraid that with all the pedestrian traffic and kids playing out there, somebody's gonna be hurt, killed, or whatever. There's also the recreational trail that's not marked there. I slow down every time I go by them, because I'm so nervous somebody's gonna scoot out in the road. But again, people come off that little road, they're not paying attention at all. So anything we can do, any suggestion would be fine with me, anything you people can do to help would be greatly appreciated.
I know what you're saying, because I was coming down from the opposite direction. I thought I was going all right, but I guess I was going too slow, and they, the cars passed me.
Yeah. They'll give it up on you.
Yeah, it's horrible, and I went, wow.
It's only supposed to be 25.
I was just gonna say, right there. Yeah, so it's a 25.
It is a problem.
Yeah, and I think it's, I'm gonna say it's one of the worst streets we have as far as speeding. In Anson, I keep it plowing. I'm taking my
Conversation
life.
down here, please.
I'm taking my life in my own hands when I go up to plow my tractor, the apartment building, I mean, not that I don't look anything, but people come up on you so fast. And they actually get mad if you're out there anywhere, you know, and, I don't know if we can step up Somerset County patrols there a little bit. This stretch pretty thin as it is. The best thing, I talked to Jeff Drew, and he had talked about what's called a speed table. And it's not a speed bump, but it's actually I got a picture of these, you can give these are temporary ones. It's actually 5-6 feet wide, and it brings the car up and then down when it comes off it. I mean, either that or a speed bump, and I don't think a speed bump, a permanent speed bump would be great if it didn't mess up your plowing, I guess.
I don't know how they beat the plow over, because I know plow over one, but I know down the city of Augusta, you go up that road towards the airport there, and they got two of them, and that going up that hill right there.
Yeah, and they have them in Norwalk too, right by New Balance. So, I mean, apparently, I mean, those slow me down, I don't,
Yeah.
you know, they rather me up by it too.
Some of your roads got all kinds of speed bumps on them right now, you guys plow over them just fine.
The state roads are even better.
Yeah.
They got good speed bumps.
They do, yeah, they do.
I wish the DOT would put a couple in front of my house. I was on the Main Street there.
So did you have comment on this?
I'm willing to try anything, and I know what Gary's talking about, because we've had cops up there last year when we had trouble coming down around the corner. And even with the cops sitting up there, I mean, the traffic still wouldn't take and slow down. And I just put the children playing signs up there before Christmas, I believe it was. And because the traffic was coming down through there so fast.
What happened to the other one that was coming down the hill?
They got knocked over when we had to dig the ice out
Oh,
to get the water into that catch basin up there. So,
can we get bigger ones, or I mean, will that, I used to give them make a difference, I don't know, I mean.
no, because I got a bright yellow one, so it was a different color than anything else, so it stick out. This,
I think
the
speed
signs,
bumps
they
is
just don't pay
something to
attention to the signs. One day I was up there talking to the place just above, place there.
Yeah.
And Larry stopped, and the vehicle come down through there, and I thought they was gonna wipe me and Larry right out, my pickup sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I don't know, it's just the way people are nowadays, I guess.
Oh, people, like you said, you never should have fixed that bump in the beginning
No.
of the hill.
But I got so many complaints on that, I had to do something.
Even the game warden, he came flying down the road too.
Yep.
It's like, oh, the game warden.
And he laughed at my son-in-law, when my son-in-law yelled, 'cause they just lost their dog, and he yelled, and he laughed, ain't that something? And they're not the only ones, I mean, you'd think they would know better, but there are some other people in town that have businesses with a sign on the door, and I won't mention any names, but they were up through there. I mean, I guess it's the last service of the day or something, they're in a hurry, but no regard, shoulder playing or anything like that up there. So, whatever you guys can do to help us out on that, I mean, it'd help everybody around from getting hurt, I think, you know. if we do something. I got some pictures here, if anybody would like to
So,
look.
electronic speed.
Yeah, all right.
I don't use it.
And, the last picture
No,
you'll find
because
is some
You can't get it off the
temporary
road.
speed bumps.
And plowing around it like that, boy.
I was wondering,
But
maybe
I had that sitting up there last year for a long
what
time,
do they need
and
when you hit,
it didn't make any difference, because that was around the corner, and the cop was on the other side of the corner, and they still picked up 3 or 4 people.
I don't know.
Yeah, even the guy putting the signs out in the middle of the road, it
Yeah.
didn't work either.
I mean, probably a lot of people are aware of what they do. I mean, I know
They only have
45,
You know, plow trucks going up through
but
there.
50 is something else. I mean, I see people 50 miles an hour going up that road.
So it's an ongoing issue.
It is.
It's been happening, and it's really not, it's just in the past few years, actually, I think, Steve.
Did you want to, please?
I told people myself, I didn't realize how fast I was driving that road myself until I put that flashing sign up, the speed sign up the first time.
I mean, could we do that? Could we put a
Well,
flash?
I was just saying.
Not in the winter time.
Oh,
Can't get it off the road.
Can't get it off the road and plow around that, like,
But I didn't realize how fast I drove down.
How about one that was hooked right through something? That's
I was gonna say,
all.
what about the ones that's like on the diamond regular road sign with the, like they have on Ward Hill?
the flashing.
The flashing ones, and just to kind of turn the light bulb on or something, you know, I don't know.
But I agree with something needs to be done for that recreation.
The only one thing I have about a speed bump, if we put one there, then we need to put one up on,
We are gonna have
Hilltop.
at least two.
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna have to have one on two on that road and one on Hilltop, because as soon as they get that, before they hit the next one, they're gonna take a right and come down through town or Spear Hill.
And you'll probably have to have signage pointing to speed bump
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, you have to have a sign.
You're gonna have to have a sign.
So, that's, you know, it ain't gonna be just a matter of sticking a speed bump up.
No.
Because other roads that lead to that one and away from that one, they'll start using them as a detour to get around it. So, we're gonna have to do the same thing on that.
So they'll go around a longer distance in order to keep up their speed instead of slowing down.
So could you put in a rubble strip? Like, because they do have that out on Ward Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, those out on Ward Hill don't even work.
I know, they do when I hit it.
When they get,
When I'm coming home at 3 in the morning, it wakes me up.
there's gotta be something that's gonna jolt them to wake them up.
Yeah, it does.
You need those speed bumps like at Hollywood Slots when you pull in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to look into those table ones and temporary ones to start with, well, that might be something to look at. And,
Because that is a bad area. I think that's like the second dog that.
The signage for the recreational trail definitely need.
Then we definitely need
We need it
those.
on every road.
That's up to the ATV club and the
Is it?
snowmobile clubs, I
Yeah.
believe, yes.
Well, we can, you're right, but
We have to say so.
we have to think safety too.
Right.
Do they have signs that say slow recreation?
No,
Nothing there.
there's nothing that.
No, I
there's no
think they can
public-
get signs
I'm
that say
pretty
slow
sure they can get
recreation.
some.
Yeah, there's trail crossing signs,
Trail
and
crossing.
snowmobile, and ATV.
Yeah,
I know the ATVs when they come up. But I know they're having a problem at the end of the bridge, I've heard a couple where
Yeah,
the ATVs are just coming out in front of us. They haven't stopped.
yeah, it's, the signage on the whole trail isn't good and the road crossings are not sufficient either, so, maybe we need to talk to whoever, the state owns it, right?
It's a state trail.
Do you know who it is? You know
Off
who
the
it
top of my head.
what's that?
is? Who
The guy,
manages the trail?
That's
state, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the main part of recreation.
If we could get some names of phone
Yep.
numbers or something and, start pushing signs, because it must be a problem all the way down through. If it's a problem here, it's a problem all the way down through, and all the way through.
You're in the ATV club, right?
I am.
They're the ones that have to get the signs and put the signs up for the groups and all that stuff, correct?
I'm not really sure on that.
I'll get a hold of that
I
guy.
think you're right.
Yeah. I'll get a hold of the guy from the state. Tell him
But even if it takes, helping, I mean, it is safety for our residents and for those that are going through it, so we need to consider that also. But we definitely need to take care of it.
Speaking of safety also, I noticed the flashing light for the school zone up here doesn't work anymore on Main Street. The yellow one.
Yep. that's DOT,
Is it?
but I'll call the Dixfield office and let
That's not easy, that's why I didn't see it last time.
It won't fall through the cracks.
Thank you very much for your time. hear me out on that.
Anything else? I saw another hand.
I did, it's something little, and it was for Nancy, it was about the outstanding property taxes for 2025. You have William Bloom, $88.15, he's been gone since 2019.
Was that in the town report?
It is.
It is.
Page 33.
Yeah, I had noticed that was on there, and I think we're gonna need to take a look and potentially abate that. I know that someone purchased some of the property, but I don't know if the town still has a piece of it, or it probably just needs to be abated. But I need to look into that a little bit more. I don't know why it wasn't taken.
I just thought it was odd that it
Properties.
generated when there was no 2024 or 2023 or any
Yeah.
previous, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
you know?
What you knew about it? Nancy? You knew about it?
I did, yeah.
Anything else? Number 7.
Make a motion to adjourn. Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
All opposed? So moved. 8-0.